ever. It's literally never gonna change, bro. Oh shit! I accidentally pressed live. We live. We're gonna be discussing the Chicago Bears' first 2 weeks of training camp. Plus, we got a report of an announcement coming on the stadium that which could be coming as soon as tomorrow. We'll talk about all that plus more right after this. Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm your host, Haize, but more importantly, we got everybody in the building. Steve-O's in the building. Bobby's in the building. C-Dub's reportedly on his way. We'll see about that. How you fellas doing today, man?
Doing good. Can't complain, man. Bro, I told Steve-O, I did 5 videos yesterday. I said, I got to get to bro Haize. I was motherfucking whoa out, bro. Whoa out, bro.
I did like 3 or 4.
Brother. Kudos to you. I was beat.
Bro, I be telling y'all, man, this shit ain't no goddamn joke, bro. This shit is no joke doing as many videos as I do a day, bro. I don't know how I do it. I'm not even going to lie to you. I have no idea how I do it.
Fucking cyborg.
But with that said, fellas, let's go ahead and get into it, man. So
heat in here. My bad. To my heat in here.
So with that said, it got announced today. This one came to from the Score that says a Bears rep told state and local officials across the border that they want to hear what the team has to say, rising hopes again, but the Chicago Bears are apparently announcement coming as soon as tomorrow for the stadium. How you guys feeling?
I feel the same way I've been always feeling. What them Africans say? It is what it is.
Go, bro.
It is what it is at this point. We knew that the people in Illinois was not cooperating. And then we got reports, I believe earlier this week or late last week, that the second area that the Chicago Bears was looking at that was hosted by a Department of Defense branch, they were giving up their spot to allow the Chicago Bears to move in that area if they elected to do so. It was only a matter of time, bro. It was only a matter of time. We knew that this was coming. It is what it is. Chalk it up to the game. I ain't going to be at that many games anyway. I'm going to be right here kicking it with y'all. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, right? Because like that's not what any of us wanted. We wanted to, the team to stay in Chicago, or at least Arlington Heights. Hell, that's what the Bears initially wanted. I'm not about to relitigate this whole conversation of people about going and whatever it is, what it is. I'm just happy that it's going to be over with. Steve-O?
That's why I'm kind of at with the whole situation. I'm tired of the whole theories. I'm tired of they still trying to make it. They got this land in Arlington that they're trying to give up. They just employed it. I'm tired of that whole conversation. Get it over with. Look like we're going to Indiana. It is what it is. It's the same amount of time going backwards and forth. Hell, they're making a mini metropolis. Hell, we finna get a WrestleMania. We finna get NASCAR events. We finna get all of that shit. Hotels, events, that's what we wanted. So at the end of the day, yeah, it sucks that it's not going to be in the middle of the city, but quite frankly, that was just going to be a very hard thing to do. It was going to be outside of the city regardless. So, hey, chalk it up to we getting a new stadium. And, hey, half y'all ass ain't go live to see it anyway. So that is what it is regardless.
The fuck? How did we get there? Why'd you go with that bar? Like,
hey, bro. hey, I've been my damn self. It's like GTA 6. You never know if you're gonna make it through.
That's crazy. That's hilarious. But nonetheless, man, we're here to talk about training camp as we hold off for Dub a little bit, man. Somebody said business is business. You're 100% Trap Keeper said it, business is business. But let's talk about training camp so far. So the Bears did not have practice today. I don't think they have another practice before the game because I think they either travel today or tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow or the day after. So
they travel tomorrow.
But there's been a number of things that have kind of stood up about training camp so far. One of the first things I want to talk about, Bobby, me and you talked about it a little bit, but I haven't really heard Steve-O so far. Jordan Vandenberg, drafted in the 6th round, has been practicing with the first team defense, making a big impression so far. I'm going to go Bobby to it as well, but Steve, I want to hear from you first on this one. How do you feel about what we're hearing about Jordan Vandenberg so far in training camp?
I'm loving everything I'm hearing, and it just coincides to everything that I saw and was hearing him coming out of Georgia Tech, especially in them combines. He just had a perfect combine, but on top of that, he was a hard worker. Not necessarily, he's not from this country at first, but so that's also a credit to him that he had to go learn a game that, quite frankly, ain't his native country. He's not really known for at all. So the fact that he had to fight his way onto the league, into college, go to Georgia Tech, and I don't know if y'all watched many Georgia Tech games. I did. They had no defense outside of him. They was almost like Florida with Jordan, with Dexter. They had nobody outside of him. Any spark of that defense came from him. And when it comes to him, he's just one of my favorite type of players, especially on the D line. I love to see excellent pad level, low man wins, good footwork. A sneaky, underrated athlete. I think we're now seeing it now the way he's tossing and moving motherfuckers against their will, regardless of who he's going up against, because he's going against a real lineman. I love everything and I see. And to be honest, if people not careful and if he keeps building on to what I think he can become, I think he can be a starter in this league one day.
Bobby?
I love everything that you said, bro. I think that has been very impressive. Like we talked about offline and on several lives, we definitely love what we've been hearing about him. The most important thing is how he continues to come along. This coaching staff has shown us that they're not afraid to move mugs out the way for the best available players. They did it last year with the insertion of Luther Burden in the with the problems that Zacchaeus was bringing us. They brought, you know what I'm saying? They didn't necessarily take away Cole Kmet, but they was like, oh, yeah, Coastal Lovely is so good, we're going to use him. Roshan Johnson was a guy that we thought was going to be featured in this offense, and Kyle Monanga came out of nowhere. And the same thing goes to say for the left tackle position with Braxton Jones, Theo Benedict, and, Ozzie Trapillo being in there. And I think that when we look at some of the older guys or the guys that wasn't really available all the time, or given the production that we thought that they would be given based off the contracts they receive in Grady Jarrett and Dio, he could very well make his way up into that starting lineup. And hey, I know we talking real early before the season. These guys could potentially be cut candidates, if not already cut candidates at the end of the year. So I don't think they're afraid of it, but I love that the young kid is making his strides, and we'll see where it goes from here. But I'm rooting for the kid. We'll see.
That's a good point that you made there, Bobby, because we haven't heard anything about James Lynch. We haven't heard anything about Kentavious Street, right? And I'm not saying they're going to necessarily cut them before the season, but if they believe that Jordan Vandenberg's ready and they may just want that safety net of a veteran in case this is just a training camp mirage and he needs a little bit more time before he's ready, they could do that. But who's to say after week 4, they may not be around, right? You may not have that. And the fact that he's already practicing with the first team consistently, it's not like it was just one practice because Grady Jarrett or somebody was out. This is something that we've seen consistently from him since the first time that we heard it. It says a lot about how he's ahead of schedule. And let's not forget, a 7th-round rookie last year, and Kyle Monanga definitely made an impact for us last season. So can't count it out. This coaching staff does not care where you're drafted. If you're ready, you're ready.
I agree. Absolutely. It's definitely one of those things. C-Dub said he see us, but we can't see him. I don't know.
I'll check on that
for sure. But I think that's a huge thing, man. And then if he does pop and become something, bro, you gotta give it up to the coach staff and the scouting department. You know what I'm saying? And the front office.
Did you send him the invited guest link, or did you see him the group scene link? Because if you see the group scene link, that's probably why he can't.
I got
let me try to send
Central live call room and push.
Yeah, let me try to send him a link
for sure. So, but I think it's definitely important for these guys to find the best available players for the sake of moving forward. Because y'all let me know how y'all feel. Haize, you let me know how you feel. We seen an overhaul of the defensive backs. That could very well be an overhaul of defensive linemen coming soon.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, especially with the way that they have performed or lack thereof at times, there's absolutely a way that we could see it. And I'll tell you what, Grady Jarrett better have himself ready and prepared. Like we've heard good things about Grady Jarrett so far. So hopefully that continues. But if anybody slides this year or does not live up to the standard that this defense is trying to set, you can get passed up by a rookie. Period.
Absolutely. And
So-
I wouldn't be mad.
That's what I was leaning to. I was like, Grady Jarrett, and to be honest, even Dexter, if he slack off, like we know how DA likes to rotate regardless. So he's going to get his rotation. He's going to get his looks of Jordan Vandenberg and others regardless. So you give people like him, you give Shamar Turner some leeway, especially if you injured. That's the worst situation, because if you injured and they pop, you're not getting back in there, especially if they age. It's over.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Somebody who we signed that became more important after, of course, it got announced that Coby Bryant's going to miss 4 to 6 months, which essentially shuts down his whole entire season. We're just not going to see him a lot this season. Shout out to Dub in the building. Did the second link
Bookmark
work,
the
Dub?
link.
Yeah, it worked. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Bookmark the league right now.
Oh, what up, though, y'all? What's the
Good
word? What's
Yeah.
the word? I'm
It's
in
good.
here.
That's the word.
Bookmark the link, Dub.
It's bookmark.
Okay.
Y'all send me the wrong fucking link.
Oh, well, you should have. You had the right one last season. You should have bookmarked it then. But we were talking about Jordan Vandenberg before we move to the next topic, Dub. What do you think about hearing so much praise about Jordan Vandenberg, his work with the first team, apparently giving both Darnell Wright and Joe Tooney some work, which is crazy to hear that he's doing. How you feeling about Jordan Vandenberg, Dub?
I feel absolutely fantastic about it. Just go back to last year, and it's kind of like the same situation with Kyle Monangai, a guy that got to work himself up from the bottom. How could you not enjoy that? Like, this guy's working hard to show that he can make an impact with the Chicago Bears. Now, on the other hand, it's always welcome with help on this defense, because I have my doubts. I know a lot of people have their doubts. So you get the best players on that defense, it's fine with me. And if Jordan Vandenberg is that guy, you put him in there, bro, and let him work. I don't give a damn if it's 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round. Put his ass in the game.
That show how old.
Say his
your
last
ass
name
is.
again, Dub, just one more time for the one time.
Vandenberg.
Okay. You got it.
No, he said.
You got it.
He said. At
You
first,
knew you said it wrong. Anyway, I don't know what to do with Dub.
I'm only getting the audio from you, Drip, if anybody else talking.
At the
Man,
bottom,
It all fucked
hit
up.
the
Oh,
speaker
okay.
at the bottom.
Okay.
I think it's red when you first come in. But with that said, because you guys hear everybody, right? Bobby?
Yeah, I hear everybody.
Okay, all right,
Chris.
cool. Xavier Woods. I want to talk about Xavier Woods. He became even more important after Coby Bryant went down 4 to 6 months. The season's basically shut down. We've heard nothing but good things from his first practice. The guy that's worked under Al Harris before, so he's kind of understanding how to work with his coaching. He's a veteran, so you expect him to be able to catch the system pretty well. What are your guys' expectations now that we know that Coby Bryant's gone for the season? How you feeling about Xavier Woods?
I'm looking at it like, man, it's an opportunity for somebody to step up and do something for the Chicago Bears, man. It's no excuses. Like, it sucks that Coby Bryant went down and he's pretty much done for the year. There is a chance he can return in December, or there's probably a later chance that he can turn if the Chicago Bears make the Super Bowl. But there's no excuse. The expectation still remains the same, and it's based off these two things for me. The head coach and the quarterback is still here. We're good. I told Steve-O earlier when we broke it down on NFL Central, so if y'all not following, make sure y'all go ahead and follow. This to break down everything around the NFL for my football lovers. But nonetheless, they still have the head coach. Did Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes make complaints when they had to let go of Tyreek Hill? Absolutely not. Did Josh Allen still fail to miss the playoffs when Milano couldn't stay healthy and Porter and those guys on the back end couldn't stay healthy? Absolutely not. So I'm not going to sit here and make excuses if I have the expectation of us having a good head coach and still believing that this quarterback that we have can eventually be top 5 in this league. I'm not going to make excuses for it. It does suck that Coby Bryant is down, but at the end of the day, we still got the two main components to compete in this league. So I'm cool.
Yeah. All right, cool. Steve-O?
I like it. I mainly like it because he has some familiarity with Al. I think he spent the last year or two with him when he was in Dallas. So anybody that Al feels comfortable that can come in and do anything, I'm more comfortable with. Most importantly, I'm glad that he's a veteran, because I think you definitely had to put somebody older, had experience at the safety position next to Dylan Dieterman, because I just know how Dylan is going to be. Dylan's going to be flying all over the places, and that's somebody that you're going to have to communicate a lot with, because he's going to be ready to read and react and everything, and he's not the great, right? Especially at his age, he's not the greatest at play recognition. So hopefully he's great at communication, but he has decent ball skills, got a couple interceptions over the last few years. So I'm not expecting him to be a huge piece, just more of somebody to just manage the fort and just be our last line of defense.
Yeah, I mean that's the key there, right? And even hearing that he, his first practice, we heard that he was one of the standouts in his first practice that he had. Now, I think we've been in shell since then, so we haven't had like full padded practices. But it's just good that you have. That's what you bring in veterans. Last year was C.J. Garner-Johnson. This year, that's kind of the role that Xavier Woods is going to have. He's going to be in that role more so at the safety now. And that's why you bring in veterans. That's why at this stage of the season, if you do have somebody go down, you try to replace them with veterans that has worked under your coaches before, that somebody has experience with. That way they don't have to learn the system completely. That way they kind of understand the standard. That's what Xavier Woods is gonna have the opportunity to do here. But there was also, is that better, Dub? Say something real quick, Bobby.
Yeah, I hear.
That was my fault. I sent the wrong.
And it was I noticed something because his camera the box was big as hell, so I knew something was off.
Yeah, I still can't. I can hear him though, so let's just
ride. All right. But also we heard something about the undrafted rookie Skylar Thomas as well. Now this in the past practice of him standing out from Oregon State. And this is an opportunity for him. He's gonna, he was practicing some with the first team defense. He's probably gonna get a lot of opportunities in the preseason game tomorrow. I need to see everybody take advantage, because now this is a chance for somebody to make a name for themselves.
Absolutely,
especially on the defense. Yeah. Everybody on the defense, especially young, especially people we just brought in, rookies. This is your time, because, quite frankly, we know who's safe, but secondary, outside of the quarterback 1 and 2, everything up for grabs, and Dealing got his spot. Outside of that, it's time for y'all to rock out. Y'all got to use every single chance you get in them preseason games to show what you got. I've been hearing Skylar, even though you a punk ass beaver, but you a better now. So I'm gonna let you slide, and hopefully you could go out there and do your thing, because
that would be wild to see him and Thieneman in the playing the safeties together.
Stanky as hell. Oh my mama. And then you got Noah Sewell. They gonna jump his ass. If he ain't, I'll tell you. Fuck up. They gonna jump your ass. Beat the beaver out.
Yo, man, how you feeling about Xavier Woods, Skylar Thomas, man? Xavier, of course, being the veteran that we just brought in, Skylar Thomas being an undrafted free agent. And now with Coby Bryant out for basically the whole season, now people have opportunities to carve out a role for themselves.
First off, I just feel bad for Coby Bryant and the Chicago Bears, but that's the nature of the game. So Xavier Woods, I think we got him at the right time. Lots of experience. He's been through a lot of tough games. He's been through some bad seasons. He's been through some very good seasons. So he's experienced enough. But those young guys after him, this is their opportunity, like everybody else is saying. Xavier Woods is not a long-term plan. He definitely is not a long-term plan. So it would behoove all those vying for a spot on this Chicago Bears team to put their best foot forward. You should already be motivated, to tell you the truth. You're in an NFL franchise, but this is going to add extra motivation to get to your goal, bro. And everybody's goal is to actually play football, not to just be on a team and be on a practice squad and sit on the sidelines and watch everybody else play. Your goal is to play football.
Agree. Not wrong. 100%. I think that the young guys definitely I think that, like I said earlier, it's just gonna be coming up here shortly. We definitely gonna stay in the moment and live, you know what I'm saying, throughout this season, and see where the Chicago Bears are gonna go. But to everybody's point, you want to see these young guys go out there and make some noise, because I think that, at least from what I see, from depending on the type of head coach, that's where most of the investment is going to go. And I think that when you look at an offensive coach like Ben Johnson, most of the investment is going to always go to that offensive line coming up here shortly. Yeah, they're going to be looking at some blue chip pass rushes or something like that. But you definitely want to continue to monitor and see how this coaching staff does with developing young talent, because there ain't going to be a lot of the Bears. I could be wrong, but I don't see a lot of money. I think that is shifting to being more offensively focused, as we saw in this year's draft. Ben Johnson was like, yeah, I got to put my final touches on this team, at least to make sure my side of the football is good. And then we'll make adjustments accordingly for the defense.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you want to see. Do that and keep building off of it. Speaking of the offense, we do have a sideline wide receiver, which is going to open up opportunities. We already know that our wide receiver room was deep. Khalif Raymond being the veteran, Jedrick Walker, guys like Xavier Thomas. We even heard like Caden Davis and stuff like that. How confident are you with what these wide receivers are going to earn this? Because I mean, it seems like Luther Burden's going to be back ready by the start of the season. That seems like it's not really a big question there. But what do you think about these guys and how they have now opportunity to kind of, like we said, maybe get the coaches on them and say we need to get them some snaps or some opportunities, some targets early?
Yeah, I think it's good. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, nephew. Go ahead, nephew.
Oh, I think it's gonna be huge, bro. I think that we seen it, man. I think like I got some trust in his coaching staff for where they're gonna really be able to develop some guys. Luther Burden didn't start off the season, you know what I'm saying, with a bunch of reps, but as Zacchaeus, his production started to decline. Luther Burden came in fit right into the organization and the plan early on. Now, guys like Caden Davis, I'm interested to see him perform throughout the preseason so I can get a glimpse of that. And we seen even some other guys who was pretty much down at the depth chart last year, and Jedrick Walker, who came in and made huge plays. You might not have a bunch of reps throughout the season, but sometimes guys go down, and sometimes you're gonna have an opportunity. Will you be able to take advantage of that opportunity like Jedrick Walker did last year and pretty much one of the biggest moments of the season? So it's gonna be interesting to see what these young guys do.
It's a fact.
Go ahead, Doug.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were gonna go, Steve. Shit. Jedrick Walker and Xavier Thomas are the two most intriguing wide receivers for me. Do everybody think that Xavier Thomas is just going to be a gadget guy, or
I think we're past the gadget thing. He's more than the gadget.
Way more than
that.
I'm about to say,
yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, I'm intrigued with Xavier Thomas of what extra tools he can bring to Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears offense. And with Luther Burden out, he's not out for a long time. I think he's going to start the season just like Drip said. This is be a perfect opportunity for him to get out there and get more experience with the first team, get some more play calls, and specifically for him. This is a good opportunity for him. And Jedrick Walker, I just love this kid. When you talk about efficiency at making plays when you called upon, this kid, he probably got 20 passes thrown this direction last year. And it seems like every pass he caught was a big-time catch. So I want to see what he can do in the long run. Jedrick Walker seems like a big-time player. Now the rest of the guys, I like them. But these two guys, mainly and specifically, I'm really intrigued about.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think those are two people that most people are looking at. Go ahead, Steve-O.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited because I feel like we're coming in with this wide receiver room with a little bit more confidence, even with the absence of DJ Moore coming into even last season, because there was still a lot of you don't knows. Like, you don't know about Luther. There was still some unknowns about Rome Odunze. With this coming in, you bring in, like, my thought process with Brent Johnson is now I'm starting to understand it, because what he did last year wasn't enough. What he saw on the wide receiver side wasn't enough. Because to be honest, outside of Lamade Zacchaeus, outside of that, it was pretty much trash under there. Yeah, Jade didn't get his chance till later on, but when you look at it right now, we got Rome, we got Luther. We kind of know what we got with that. It's close and loving tight end, but that's an extension of the room as well. But then you add Khalif Raymond, who's I feel is going to be a very critical centerpiece and veteran leadership in that. I'd have forgot about the damn rookie, to be honest with you, because all I've been hearing at camp is Jade and Caden Davis as well. So not the wild card is the rookie. He can be the guy that pop off that we don't even expect as well, because I think he's going to be way more than a gadget guy. I think he's going to be the guy where you might see him in the running back position. You might see him doing jet sweeps. You might see him be the guy that's the streak, because that's another guy we didn't have. We didn't have nobody to bust over in the offense that well, we use Luther, but we could use Luther in other facets to be a decoy. So now we could streak his ass up the sideline. Nobody won't even see him. So I think with the really the addition of Khalif Raymond, it really grounded the whole wide receiver room. That's why I'm most excited about.
Yeah, we got balance there. I've been calling it a toolbox in that wide receiver room because, like, depending on the matchup, you can go and pull out speed with Xavion Thomas. You can pull out possession wide receivers. You can do a lot of different stuff. And if Caden Davis is also showing you some things, like, it just adds another wrinkle to it. So, and that's where Ben Johnson thrives at. Between that and the run game, like, I don't know if y'all saw Press Taylor's comments where he talked about, like, hey, we don't look at the run game as just a way to extend the offense or
just the way attack
drives. We playing aggressiveness. We trying to attack the defense with the run game. Listen, the first year was just a proof of concept. This year, I think Ben Johnson's trying to take the top off everything we do offensively, man.
Yeah,
it should be.
When you run the ball, you can pass the ball. That's my whole thing. I'm like, people looking at it was getting mad at me, like, why are you so mad again on the center? You want us to be conservative. No, you can attack the offense running the ball. We was good at running the ball. We a great run offensive line. We're great at run blocking. So, and like I said, it always sets a precedent. It sends an attitude and it sends a message to the O line, the D line. You cannot fuck with us. We're pushing you against your will, and you're going to get tired.
Yeah.
Facts. It's a crazy thing when you playing football and you could it ain't nothing you can do with us, bro. It's nothing you can do with us.
Shit you can do.
And then you got two former running backs here on the panel right now, and there's nothing like when that run game, bro. Like
when it's just open.
Yeah, like when you got those blockers in front of you, where you know for a fact they're gonna open up that gap for you to run through.
And they'll let it be cold. All you see is that smoke coming out of it. Like, yeah, your ass tired. Your ass tired. Watch this. Hike.
Hey, you see that smoke coming out of that linebacker's face mask? We're gonna run it right towards that motherfucker right there. Like every single time.
Coach, I see some on the red. Definitely.
Hit their ass with that can nut. Ooh, you been watching tape. Good, watch this.
That's a relatively new quote, though. Like we run the ball to attack you. Like that's why I'm just so yesterday. Yeah. I know that's like new. I'm like, through all my time watching football, I never heard anybody from John Madden to whoever you want to name.
You know you alive like a motherfucker.
I never heard
the Pittsburgh Steelers definitely had that with Jerome Bettis. They definitely
run to attack. To attack,
bro. You saw them when they had fucking pigskin leather on their motherfucking helmet.
Chicago, they talk about defense,
right?
Yeah, that's a fact. Speaking of defense, before we get up out of here, I want to ask you guys this one. Once again, the defense has injuries all over. Started with Kyler Gordon, now Coby Bryant's being down. TJ Edwards did come back from injury, which is really good, but we have some other, injuries there. Also, Montez Sweat seems like he's going to be fine, but technically he's injured now. How worried are we that this defense isn't going to be able to really get cracking again once again because of injuries?
Oh, I'm a street. I was already worried before training camp. This just does nothing but insinuates, if I use the right word, my nervousness about this defense. Dennis Allen really gonna have to coach his ass off this season. I'm telling you right now. He's going to have to coach his ass off.
To his credit, he did come into this offseason, did say, we need to coach better. So,
yes, he's going to have to.
And I think he kind of in the right mindset because he basically just going to come in like, okay, put myself in the mindset where I was mid-season because that's essentially how we started.
Yeah, because that's exactly what's going to have to happen if this defense wanted. I don't expect them to be top 10, but can you get as close to 15 as possible?
15.
Can you get as close as 15 as possible? And I think that is going to be essential especially because y'all talking about we're going to coach better. You got Javon Dexter coming to the podium talking about he made adjustments to how he going to get off of the snap. We're talking about how Jordan Vandenberg is getting off of the snap and how everybody is working things down to the fundamentals. But I also think it's going to be a huge key that they not only be better in the run defense, but I got to give something to my offense. Just this little tidbit I got to give to my offense. More sustained drives. That will help a defense who lacks the talent of some of the best ones out there. Like, I'm not saying they the Houston Texans, everybody keep calm. I'm just saying that defense, they can come back consecutively after their bad offensive possessions. This defense, we not them. We got to sustain some more drives, but obviously
Absolutely.
we got to hold Dennis Allen to the fire if it's not great.
That's a fact.
And that starts with
fact.
running the ball.
I agree with that. Ugh.
We'll see. We
Okay,
shall
Dennis.
see, man. Any last thoughts, fellas, before we get up out of here for today, man?
Hey, man, we almost there. The season is fast approaching. Make sure y'all hit that like button, bro. Subscribe if you haven't
Almost
subscribed
there
already.
We calling the game Saturday, dog. We calling the game Saturday,
I know we
bro.
are. I gotta talk to y'all after this too. I have to talk to you.
Why you say it like that?
He's
I
gonna
have to
fuss
talk
at
to
us
you.
about this time and shit again. I already know what he's gonna do, bro.
It's like I'm an old ass man. This nigga finna fuss again.
Hey, listen, as much as we all brothers here, when Dub go into unk mode, you already know because Dub do it without necessarily being like, all right, little niggas. Now I need y'all to be on point with this. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure you guys are following the channel, man. Hit that subscribe button. Go to NFLcentral.com. Subscribe. We're trying to get them to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the week. They've been putting in work all off season. Y'all stop freeloading. Go over there, support them over at NFL Central. Bobby and Steve have been killing it over there. Y'all already know what it is. Chi-Town up, bear down, y'all. We'll catch y'all tomorrow, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.
Where your ass going?
The outro plays, Steve-O.
She bought some tickets to the game, bro. Y'all heard me?
Man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You heard me, Drip?
What you got to fuss at us? But we done. We off.
All right, look. Hey,
This nigga going to the game.
Oh, you going to the game?
Yeah, but I ain't want to go. I ain't want to do it. But she pulled one. She say, "Well, you do his podcast," so I gotta